Guys, what is going on? Got some BT14 gameplay for you guys, and I have to say I have been absolutely loving this format. European Nationals just happened at the time of recording this. We saw their pie chart. If you want more details on that coverage, I would check out Eggman. Does a really good job about event coverage, but format is really diverse. Despite Fenrir Luga, I think, being the clear favorite, there's a lot of viable decks. Shine is still really good. We got the buzz from the training boost, and then my buddy over here is playing everyone's favorite pet deck, D-Brigade. And I honestly think that deck is really solid as well. Had a lot of representation at European Nats. I don't think it finished top 16, but it did do quite decently for a deck that most people thought was going to be pretty rogue. You see there we've got the new Commandramon, the super rare Commandramon, as well as your Tamer Satsuki. She gives you +1 memory on your turn if your opponent has a Digimon. And not only that, but basically her as well as the new Digimon, what are they called? Seekers? Yeah, Seekers. Like the Seekers cast, they basically slide underneath the Tamer or underneath the Digimon to give your Digimon various inherited effects. So Satsuki gives your Digimon jamming reboot, if I'm not mistaken. All your D-Brigade's jamming reboot, or not all of them, but just the one she's equipped to. But anyways, we're gonna do typical Shine shenanigans. The training boosts have helped out a lot. I think you whiff much less on the Marcuses now. You see there I've got set up with double Marcus, Rise Gray, plus training. I know my opponent can't really punish it with this deck unless he hard plays something like a Ultimate Flare or something. Now my opponent is on the Spice. My buddy Pedro loves the crazy spicy cards he's playing. The Memory Setter tie, which I definitely don't think you should be playing. Like, it's pretty unnecessary in the deck, but it's cool regardless. I'm not going to hate on it. It's fun. But that card, if you don't know what it does, when you redirect an attack, you can give one of your Digimon plus 2k as well as draw a card. Marcus is going to swing. No Evo into the Shine here. Didn't have it, unfortunately. I think that's why I was digging a little bit with the training boost to try to get the level 6 here because I've got the burst mode in hand. But we are going to hit into a Pride Memory booster, which is a little bit unfortunate. And now I'm calculating, well, I can't really kill him anymore. And I think there, I asked my opponent, like, what does Brigadramon delete on Evolve? And I think he said that it deletes 7 play cost or lower, and Rise Greymon is a 7 cost. So I just felt like I needed to swing with that because why not get at least some value out of it. Marcus is going to go back to Digimon. We get some value off the red memory boost and an Agu in the back. So that's kind of Shine's game plan. Just go out a little bit. Get some value off of your Geos and your Rises by playing the Marcuses, dig a little bit with your boost, and then just OTK from there. So we're going to see a high Commandramon coming down, going to be Digivolved into the Tankdramon. Tankdramon on Evolve does let you look at top 3, and I believe you get to play any D-Brigade card that is like 4 or 5 cost or less or something like that, as well as trashing the rest. That's the EX3 line. Really solid card, and then it's got a pretty strong inherited as well. Just working so well with the BT4 Commandramon there that we do see. That's the BT4 one, that on deletion you get to look at 3 and play Commandramon for absolutely no cost, bottom decking the rest. So we are going to use Pride Memory Boost here to go ahead and gain that extra 2 memory. Marcus is going to be hitting security, deleting the Commandramon, revealing 3 once again to then play another Commandramon. So you see there that it is a little bit unfortunate he did hit into the Marcus, but because basically everything in the deck floats, it doesn't really matter because he just gets value off of it anyways. And now we've got a blocker on the field as well. I think the plan here is probably either to go into a Brigadramon or pass turn with another rookie if he doesn't have it, maybe something like the super rare Commandramon here, but we are going to see indeed Brigadramon. On Evolve, you get to delete something, total Digimon 7 play cost or lower, and revealing 3 at the end phase, being able to then play any total cost of D-Brigade Digipolice that are 7 cost or lower. So he's going to play the Cargadramon. Cargadramon on play will then just reveal 3 and play the Commandramon. So you can see the capability of this deck to spam the field is really obnoxious. If you're not playing something like Death X or a wide removal card, maybe like Crimson Blaze, Heaven's Judgment, or a deck like Shine that can kind of clear boards pretty easily, you might be in for a world of hurt. Not only that, but all of his Digimon that are D-Brigade Digipolice are actually blockers as well. Now the problem for him is that I can kind of remove his board, and while he does have the protection effect from the Commandramon and the High Commandramon on the Brigadramon stack, basically those say when this Digimon would leave the battle area, you can delete delete one of your other brigades or Digi-Police to prevent it from being deleted. The thing with DP reduction, though, is you can trigger that once, but then after you've used that effect, it's still at 0, so it'll die anyways. So we're going to climb up into Shinegreymon here. Rise X will then do minus 8,000 on the Cargo-Dramon, clearing that out completely. And then here I'm just debating on what kind of order to do my effects in and to make sure I can clear the stack. So Marcus is going to swing minus 2,000 and then being able to spread, minus 3,000 per Tamer on the Shinegreymon, minusing 12 on the Brigade Dramon, as well as minus an extra 2 onto each of the Command Dramon. So you see there, it was no big deal for me to be able to clear his board, and then set up for the OTK with the burst mode, just being able to delete his whole board and trash his security and go for game. So Shinegreymon still really scary, and it's surprising to me that, again, going back to the Europe Nationals thing, just because I think the results are so cool. We had a lot of decks in the breakdown, and there were a lot of Shinegreymons, but none of them made top 16, and I'm curious as to why. It's not like you have a particularly terrible matchup against any of the other meta decks, but for some reason just didn't make it in there. So we are going to go ahead and set up with an Agumon in the back, play an Agu X, go Geo Greymon, free play the Marcus, and then just debating on here what to do after that, because we are able to keep turn here. I'm just going to slam the Agumon to be able to then search the top 4. We see the BT2 Shinegreymon here is going to be added. I really like this card against some of the slower decks, maybe not D-Brigade specifically, though it can help. Against some of the slower decks like Machine Dramon, like Black War Greymon, some of the decks that can put up pretty big stacks, I think having the extra TP reduction from the BT2 Shinegreymon is pretty helpful. It's the OG, man. You definitely can't hate on that card. And it might be just a little bit of copium in the sense that I like this card a lot, but it has some really cool interactions in the deck. So we are going to pass turn with the Agumon. Opponent here is going to go ahead and swing security, and then just playing out another Command Dramon to search, and then is going to hardcast the Ulti Flare, which, I mean, I don't necessarily know if that was the most efficient use of memory, although it really just depended on if I had another line or not. Like, don't get me wrong, clearing my board, if I just didn't have like another way to go up into a stack, that would have been pretty solid, and then I just wouldn't have been able to do anything. But because I've got basically full line here, I'm just going to go ahead and swing with the Marcus here. Going to draw off the Koromon, since Koromon says whenever your opponent loses security, you get to draw a card, and the battle is the last thing to happen, so you can trigger the effect, the pending effect of the Koromon off the security loss, and then after that Marcus will die, it'll get healed, and then we're going to play like a billion other things, Rise Grey X, to play another Marcus, gaining another memory, training into training Marcus, and debating here on whether to just grab another training. You see my hand, or at least I think you can see some of it, is Shine Grey. I believe it's BT12 Shine Grey, and then like 2 Rise Greys, so it's not really that great. So despite the fact that I'm in a pretty commanding position here, if my opponent like slams another ulti flare or something, I really won't be able to do much with the stack. But my logic was, well, he already played one, it's unlikely to have another one, and I'm going to be able to draw off of the Koro by swinging with Marcus the next turn anyways. So I'll be able to cycle a little bit, so we're going to go Marcus, swing, double security check off of the Shine Grey here, hitting into 2 copies of Numemon, drawing off of the Koro as well. Going to go yellow, training, grabbing an Agumon there, and let's go. We are back in business now. We've got a stack in the back to work with as well. And we can definitely just swing the Shinegreymon into security. His security is pretty low at this point. I believe it's minus 9k, so there's really nothing to fear about Shine Grey dying. But I think just to avoid giving him like another memory boost, because I know he's playing Pride memory boost, I know he's playing the black training, defense training, I think. I'm just going to avoid swinging, because it can't be touched by Brigade Dramon either. That is the one flaw about D-Brigade. They don't really have the best time clearing out tall stacks. So we are going to go into Cargo Dramon here, revealing 3. Whiffing, I think, is it able to play the Seals Dramon? I think it is 4 cost or lower, so yes, he does just whiff. Seeing the Digi Dimension revealed, once again, some spicy option cards here. So hey, that is maybe something I should be playing around in security. Satsuki is going to be slid under the Cargo Dramon Brigadier, giving him reboot, jamming, swinging into a Marcus, gaining a memory off of the Marcus, and then our opponent is just going to go Brigadier to pass turn. On the end of turn, going to reveal 3, play Cargadramon, end of turn, reveal 3, playing a Commandramon. So just like that, 2 more bodies on the field. We've got full blockers on the board, and then our opponent's Brigadier is going to reboot. The problem is I've got so many resources to work with at this point. I'm going to go Geogray Marcus, will pay for itself. I'm still 3. I've got double training boost. Now I believe I do have, yeah, I've got enough Rise Grays in hand, and I do also have the BT2 Shine Gray that we searched out pretty early on in the matchup that, again, like I said, I really like for being able to clear these sorts of big and wide boards. So we're going to go Rise, play out a Shine, Rise X, or sorry, play out a Marcus. Rise X, going to do minus 10 to the Brigadier, being able to put it to 2k. And then we're going to go Marcus, swing, drawing off the Geogray, doing some more negging to, I believe, delete the Brigadier, or at least put it down to a very low threshold. And I think he is going to, yeah, so I'm going to put it down to 0, and then he is going to kill the Commandramon to prevent the Brigadier from leaving the field. That is the inherited off the high Commandramon. The thing is, though, guys, as soon as you resolve that, the Brigadier is still at 0 DP, so because it is at 0 DP, and even though its inherited effect saw the Commandramon leaving, before the Commandramon would trigger, before any pending effect would trigger, you always have to keep in mind if there is something 0 DP on the field, and if that is the case, it will just leave the field. So because of that, he's not going to be able to like get the effect. I think he had some inherited to then play another, I think it was a Tankdramon or something, to play another card, but the Commandramon will get the on deletion, and I'm just going to be able to swing, go BT2 Shine off the Evo, and then BT2 Shine will suspend the Marcus to then Evo into Ruin mode, and that's going to be more than enough for game. So guys, hopefully you guys enjoy that video. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more D-Brigade content, more Shine content, just let me know, but expect some more BT14 content. I know I've been a little bit sporadic with the uploads, but life's just got me busy, so I'll be doing my best to get some more BT14 and EX5 content, just because I've been really enjoying this format. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.